call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
Loma Lookboonmee takes on Alexia Thainara this Saturday at UFC Fight Night, Perth, Australia. And Loma Lookboonmee, 29 years old, 5'1", with a 61.5-inch reach, 10-3 in her career. I think she's undersized for the UFC strawweight division. I think if they had an atomweight division, she'd do really well there. You know, she is only 5'1", but still very well-rounded, very technical, very dangerous. And probably one of the best female fighters we have in the strawweight division in the UFC. So really heavy leg kicks, really fast hands, good grappling considering she is kind of more of a Muay Thai specialist. She can offensively wrestle. She's got like 17 takedowns in the UFC, I believe, but she started Muay Thai at the age of 7. I think she has over like 200 Muay Thai fights outside of MMA. She's a jiu-jitsu purple belt, does have some finishes by submission, can get trips from the clinch. So she's turning into a very well-rounded mixed martial artist instead of just a Muay Thai fighter turned UFC fighter. Alexia Thainara, 27, 5'4", with a 67-inch reach, and she's 12-1 in her career. She'll be 2 years younger, 3 inches taller, and have a 5.5-inch reach advantage in this one. So she's explosive, good kicks, kind of throws looping shots on the feet, but goes for takedowns, has 100% takedown accuracy in the UFC, which is really only one fight, I believe. It was the fight against Molly McCann. Her fight before that was Dana White's Contender Series. So kind of telegraphs her punches, though, keeps her chin high in the air, but she's primarily looking to get the fight to the ground, even though she has shown some skill on the feet as well. But I'm going to go with Loma Lookboonmee. I think she's a sizable underdog in this fight. Last time I looked, plus 190. Alexia Thainara is minus 250, but I think that Loma will keep it on the feet, and I think she'll outstrike Thainara. You know, she's going to be a little bit smaller, which is a concern. Is she going to get out-muscled? Is she going to get big-bodied in this one? But she has good takedown defense, you know, really strong hips. She's very strong in the clinch just from her Muay Thai background, can get her own trips and her throws from the clinch. She does a good job of staying safe on the ground when it does go there. Has a very good scrambling ability to kind of get back up to her feet. I don't think there's a lot of better or more technical fighters in this division than Loma Lookboonmee. She's very good on the feet, very good defensively, doesn't get hit a lot, doesn't take a lot of damage. You really have to kind of take her to the ground to win, in my opinion. You know, in the UFC, her losses are to good, really good competition. Lupita Godinez, Angela Hill, those are two very high-level fighters, and she's getting wins over Sam Hughes, Denise Gomez, Elise Reed, Bruna Brazil, Estela Nunez. You know, she's a good striker, not the best MMA fighter, I would say, but she's got some good wins. You know, and the only finish that she's had against her was by armbar, but that was like 7 years ago on the regional scene. So she got 4 takedowns on Denise Gomez and then 4 on Sam Hughes. So she's proven that she can grapple offensively. She has some submission finishes now. She's got a rear naked choke over Elise Reed in a very impressive performance. She's a jiu-jitsu purple belt, so you know that she's been working hard. She trains out of Syndicate MMA. She was at Tiger Muay Thai out of Phuket, Thailand, so you know that she's training to get her complete MMA skill set and to further kind of fill out the gaps that she has, just with her being kind of a pure striker before heading into the UFC. She doesn't have tons of power, I don't think, at least in her hands. You know, she's very technical on the feet, has really good defense, but she does have very hard, heavy leg kicks, which is kind of a game changer in a lot of her fights. I just haven't seen enough from Thainara to think that she can beat someone as good as Loma Lookboonmee. A win over kind of a nobody on the Dana White's Contender Series. Her name was Rose Conseco. She was 7-0. She is now 7-3. So she's lost 3 in a row. Lost 2 since losing to Thainara on the Contender Series. A win over 35-year-old Molly McCann, getting her to the ground, which we know isn't Molly's best skill set. She's looking to keep it on the feet. It just doesn't really convince me that she can beat somebody that's as gritty and as tough and technical as Loma Lookboonmee. I am concerned about the size differential, but Thainara, she just hasn't proven to me yet that she can beat somebody as good as Loma Lookboonmee. Her wins on the regional scene are over fighters with bad records. She lost to Bruna Brazil, who's really the only UFC worthy fighter that she's fought on the regional scene. I just don't think she has the stand up to compete with Loma. She really telegraphs her punches, keeps her chin in the air. I can see her kind of using her punches to get into the clinch and to get takedowns. She did have some really good timed entries on I think it was Rose Canseco in their fight, but I don't know. I just don't trust her yet to be able to beat somebody like Loma Lookboonmee. I think she'll be able to use her footwork, batter her legs, defend the takedowns as they come in, and just get the better of the striking on the feet en route to get a decision win. So I'm gonna go with Loma Lookboonmee as a sizable underdog to get the win over Thainara. Thanks.